When few foresaw Michigan football's backslide in July, a reporter asked Sherrone Moore if he felt he deserved a grace period after inheriting a national championship program amid transition. At the time, 18 starters and the entire defensive staff had just left. On top of that, 2 NCAA investigations loomed over the program, creating an atmosphere of uncertainty. Despite all of this, Moore seemed unfazed. He confidently declared, "There's no honeymoon year," and insisted that his team's goal was to win, with no room for stepping back. Yet, Michigan has fallen into a steep decline. The Wolverines are now 5-4, having suffered more defeats in the past 65 days than combined in the previous 3 years. Michigan is no longer the powerhouse it once was. It now faces the grim reality of entering Bloomington this Saturday as 2-touchdown underdogs to Indiana, a team they dominated by 45 points just a year ago. Indiana's remarkable turnaround, led by Curt Cignetti, has been the talk of college football. Under Cignetti, the Hoosiers have surged into the top 10, thanks to an impressive 47-10 victory over Michigan State, marking their 9th win of the season by 14 or more points. In contrast, Michigan's struggles have become more evident each week, especially after their 38-17 loss to number 1 Oregon, the latest reminder of their decline. This situation is even more painful for Michigan fans because of its resemblance to the disastrous 2020 season. That year, Michigan finished 2-4 and suffered a humiliating 38-21 loss to Indiana, their first defeat to the Hoosiers in 33 years. The offense was sluggish, the defense was porous, and the entire team seemed to fall apart. Fast forward to 2024, and the same issues are resurfacing. Players and coaches repeatedly lamented their struggle translating good practices into game day performance. "We've got to take it from State Street and bring it to Main Street," passing game coordinator Ron Bellamy said, echoing a sentiment of frustration that the team has been unable to fix the small mistakes undermining their season. Wide receiver Tyler Morris and safety Macari Page have also echoed similar frustrations, pointing out that the Wolverines are continuing to mess up details they were once solid at. For years ago, former Michigan receiver Giles Jackson pointed to similar issues that led to the program's collapse in 2020: penalties, injuries, poor decisions, and shaky quarterback play. Those same issues are once again plaguing Michigan in 2024. For the first time since 2020, Michigan has a losing record against Power 4 teams, and the blame now falls squarely on Sherrone Moore's shoulders. Moore's press conference after Michigan's loss to Oregon was a moment of reckoning. As he faced tough questions, he could only offer the same vague answer: "We've got to get better." When asked about the contrast between Michigan's struggles and Indiana's rise, Moore conceded that Indiana had made intelligent moves by bringing in the right people and making significant changes, like aggressively adding talent through the transfer portal. In contrast, Michigan had stayed relatively quiet, adding just 2 starters and relying on Harbaugh's infrastructure. It's clear now that Moore's approach hasn't worked as planned. The Wolverines' drop-off in 2024 has been jarring, and while Moore has made it clear he's not looking for a honeymoon period, it seems that the one he might have hoped for has long since ended. The program is at its lowest point since 2020, and the pressure is mounting for Moore to turn things around before it's too late.